Hello? Hello? Are we recording? Oh my god, okay, hello. Are you there? Can you hear me? If you're listening to this, it means the worst has happened. I'm hiding this away, and I'm trying to make this hard to find, so if you've uncovered it, probably means you could use my help. I was once like you, and I want to help, if I can. If you don't know what I'm talking about, and these recordings aren't for you, you need to make sure that you don't play this game.
Hey everyone, and welcome to System Hoppers, the actual play podcast where we... Do I actually need to do the voiceover for this now? I mean, it might be absolutely nothing, so I can always come back. I mean, I'll need to do a rules explanation anyway, so we'll put a pin in this. Yada yada, I'm Mark, the host as normal. You're probably wondering what's going on here. It's a bit not really playing to form, but I was between the edits for the podcast, and always on the look for something different or interesting to showcase. I know I don't really talk about myself very much outside of the show, but I do also, I work at a university when I'm not doing this and teach there. And I never thought about it before, but like I was curious as to what like resources for tabletop role-playing games that an academic library could hold, like, you know, maybe it would help. I tried to look online, but mostly could only find like old articles about moral panics, some stuff about D&D linking to Satanism from the 1980s, like interesting history, but there's not like anything that you can actually, I guess, use. So I decided to go down to the library and have a look for myself, and it wasn't great. I should have expected, I suppose. I don't know, I guess maybe I was hoping that I could find some TTRPG source books, or some extra bits that I could use. I know it's wishful thinking, but like this stuff can be expensive, and people do not use libraries enough, so I thought it was worth a shot. I mean, I did find a couple books. Academic studies, some stuff about role-playing games, and evolution of the genre. And I found a few, like, old D&D 3.5 ebooks, but I already own those. Like, you know, perks of playing D&D with your dad growing up, I guess. But then, I guess I found something else that was different. Weird? I don't know. It's in my bag. Let me... One sec. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Ah, here it is. So yeah, I found this, like, black book. Like, it looks more like someone's notebook than anything, but I guess it kind of looks like a journal. It's, like, bound up and kind of old. I don't know, that's the only way I'd describe it. It doesn't have anything on the front or the back, but someone's written on it, I should say, just don't play this game, in all caps. Boo. Well, you know I'm all about horror stuff, and it really did catch my curiosity. It didn't have a check-in sheet or anything, and when I asked about it, the librarian didn't seem to know what it was and just said I could have it. Like, didn't appear to be in their system. Then, I don't know, worst case scenario, it could be something to throw away. But when you run enough games for your TTRPG podcast, you get like a good feel for these kind of things. And something about this just tells me it's a game. I don't know, you can just tell, I guess. I've not tried any solo journaling stuff on the show, so I thought maybe this could be really fun. Like, run it with a co-host or adventure through it or something. To be honest, looking at it now, I don't think this voiceover is really going to see the light of day. But I'm just leaving it here for future Mark to do something with, so there you go. So I'll need to do a cover-to-cover read of this thing to really know how viable it might be, or if this will ever get off the ground. Let me just start with the opening page. So yeah, it just says, hello, you found me and I've found you. Let's play a game. Bad things are going to happen to you, events in your life which you'll not be able to stop. When these events happen, I want you to answer them. Write, paint, take pictures, anything that allows you to create a record of your experience. If you ignore me, things will get worse. If you don't answer truthfully, things will get worse. The only way to win is to play. Finish the game and I'll leave you be. Get to the end, your record will pass on to another so the games can continue forever and ever. Doesn't that sound fun? You must play this game in 7 days or something bad will happen. Close book. Yeah, like, it looks like this first page is props to, like, the style, I guess. It's penned in a different handwriting and ink from the rest of the book. After that, it just seems to be someone that was journaling and writing in their own handwriting. It's going to take me a little bit of time to read, I guess. So yeah, I guess it's like a solo journaling thing. There don't seem to be any rules other than that. Maybe I'll have a look online to see what I can find. But like I said, this book looks old. Like, the pages look a bit fragile, and how old the library is, who knows how long it could have been sitting there. Oh, and actually the last page is like this scrap of paper that's been taped in, like real like attention to theme kind of stuff. It's like this hastily written note that just says, "You're cursed. Sorry about that. Good luck. You're going to need it." Like, you know, A+ for effort. And again, like, it's all fit into the spooky theme, I guess. I do wonder if this like predates those chain letters or like spam emails you get. You know, the kind that are like, "Ooh, send this to 5 other people or a ghost lady will get you in the night." I suppose I should probably put like a disclaimer here or something, or I'll write one up depending how this is, but it sounds like a horror game, so please do listen at your own discretion, I guess. If it doesn't sound like your thing so far, you know what to do. I'm pretty sure I said the same stuff for like Call of Cthulhu and The Zone. Hopefully you know what I mean. Future Mark can record a better version of this, like I'm not the best at doing these things off the cuff. Like I said, this is going to take some time to read the rest of it, but it could be a fun project. I mean, I suppose, if you've seen any of our other stuff, you know, maybe it'll fit the vibe. Like, we're no strangers to horror here, so, I don't know, I thought this could be fun to play along with. Could even see if anyone else wants to get involved. Or maybe this will just fizzle out to nothing. It's really hard to say. But I am going to cut the recording now, and if you want to hit more, hopefully that means I continued with this project, so, yeah. So it's been a week, and a week and a bit since my last recording. And I need to talk about something. I can't talk to anyone else about this without them thinking I'm crazy. So, like, something happened at work a couple of days ago. It was a boring day like any other, and I was just marking some assignments on my desk. It's nearly at the end of the semester, so it's like a bit of a crunch time for us at work. I share my office with a few other staff, and morale seemed pretty low. So, I don't know. I guess we're all at that time of the year. So I suggested going out just to do a bit of a coffee run. You know, misery loves company and everything. And we might as well all be caffeinated while we're suffering together. I say trip out. It was hardly a trip out. Like, I don't think I'd even have been outside long enough for it to constitute getting fresh air. I'd be gone maybe 5 minutes. Like, maybe a little extra if someone ordered some fancy seasonal drink. I don't know. Anyway, I went out to get coffee, and while I was gone, this technician guy, a guy called Frank, came by the office. Something about needing to pat test all the electrical outlets in the office. I think they do it every 6 or 12 months or something. I've seen him do it before, but I'd hardly say I know the guy. So he starts off at my desk, as it's closest to the door. And so while he's sat over doing that, he plugs the thing in, waits for it to tell him it's safe to use, plugs it in, goes to the next outlet. Just do it that. The office is pretty old. We have like these giant like old lighting fixtures kind of like hang above us. It's always been a bit weird, I guess, but fluorescent lighting, I never thought anything about it. We were like, they have these like steel cables or something holding them up, but well, one of them snapped, and this lighting fixture just swung down and just cracked him in the side of the head. From what I wasn't there, but from what people are saying, I don't know, it was pretty fucking dark. I came back to the chaos of it all, and I'm the only fucking first aider in the building, so I guess I had to give him CPR. A bunch of paramedics showed up, told me that he'd killed him pretty instantly, so it was pretty awful. But it was under my chair in my office, so like I'm sat in that chair 35 hours a week. Like, it's a bit weird that it was just when I left. Like, lucky, I guess, but I don't know, that's not the right word either. So after that, we have to attend some weird work memorial thing. That wasn't really comfortable either. I just kept getting the feeling that like people were looking at me funny for it, I guess, like almost like they blamed me for what happened. Like, it's not my fault. Like, any other day I'd be the one that people were having the memorial for. Maybe that's it. Maybe I just got lucky, like really lucky, I guess. Or Frank got really unlucky. Work have signed me up for some, like, coping with stress therapy thing. I don't think Frank had any family, so there's no culpability to worry about there. So they just need to tie up their loose ends with me, I guess. I spoke to Cassie, my partner, about this, and she's adamant it's not my fault, but I think she's just glad to hear that what happened to Frank didn't happen to me, I guess. I mean, who wouldn't? The next day, after the service, this email goes around asking for people to send in pictures or memories they had with Frank for, like, a memorial or something. I've not really seen any of these things for anyone before, but I guess a technician that goes all over campus must be quite well known and well liked, so people start sending in these pictures and they hit the reply all button, and most of them were normal, but there's just a few that just were a bit weird. Like pictures for this memorial that I'm in. And I've just noticed any picture that I seem to be in of these, they're at functions I know I've been to, like leaving dues, a Christmas party, like student fairs. And I've noticed that any pictures that these people seem to have sent for this memorial, like Frank's always stood near me. Like, I swear I've never spoken to this guy before, but in all these pictures, like all of them, we're stood like we know each other. Like, you know, we seem to be in like I don't know, we're so close to each other. It's just weird, and I can't explain it. Is that why people were giving me weird looks? Do they think we were friends or something? I don't know. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I saved a copy of the obituary and I've popped it on here, and the pictures, just to make sure I'm not being crazy here, the crazy one here. But I don't know who else to talk to without seeming like a maniac, because there's the other thing as well. There's that black book, the one that said something bad would happen unless I played. I mean, I didn't, and this happened this week, 7 days later, actually. Is that a coincidence? One sec, where'd I put that book? Wait, this isn't how I remember it all. This is different. The opening page. I'll have to go back and listen to the recording, but there's this is different. Like at the bottom where I said about the 7-day thing, it just now says, "Told you so. You must play this game in 7 days, or something worse will happen." This can't be fucking real, can it? What the fuck? This doesn't make sense. But how? Okay. So I went back to work, and things have been normal for a while, but now more weird stuff seems to be happening. Just around me, there was like a water leak, some burst pipe, something in the ceiling above my office. And it's just caused this weird damp stain above me. It's a bit off-putting just glancing up and just remembering what happened the other week. And now they say they're going to be looking at it next week, but I just can't help. I just can't help but see him in the water stain, like a face. Nobody else seems to think it looks weird, but everyone just seems to think I'm being I don't know. Still, I guess my mind playing tricks on me. But when I'm working, I can just see it almost in my peripheral vision all the time, in the corner of my eye, or just like it just seems like there's like a waterlogged face just looking at me. It's really, really off-putting. I just can't get that image out of my head. It's staying with me and it creeps me the fuck out. Like I might work from home until it's fixed. Tell my boss I'm still shaken up from the thing, Frank and everything. I mean, it's mostly just marking assignments anyway. Like, I can do that from home. Okay, fuck, I'm okay. Right, focus, Mark, focus. Okay, I'm back. I'm back here. I'm recording. It's the same night. I was just about to go to bed for the night, and I was brushing my teeth. And then I saw it again. I saw the face. It looked more intense this time, and for a second I didn't think of the face. I just thought someone was in the house, I was brushing my teeth and I just saw in the mirror behind me, reflected back in the darkness, this just disembodied face that was just floating at, head height in the darkness of the hallway. And it started as this whisper, but it was just saying one word again and again. Play, 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 play. When I turned around, it was gone. It has to be that fucking book. I need to find it and read through it. Last time I ignored it, Frank died, and now this is happening. What if it's some kind of warning? Okay, from what did it say? From what I remember, it said I needed to keep a log and write this stuff down or record it. I mean, I guess these this can be a sort of this is as good of a log as anything, right? I play a lot of games. I play them on the podcast, play them out offline, everything, and games can be one. So, okay, I just need to read up on things and follow those rules, right? I mean, I haven't seen the face since. Oh God, maybe it was Frank's face. It was too waterlogged to really tell, but I mean, it could have been. I don't know. Am I going crazy, or is this the book was on about events? Maybe this is one of those events. Maybe it's just a coincidence and a badly timed mental breakdown. That doesn't sound particularly appealing either. I'm just constantly on edge at the minute that I'll see that face again, like anywhere I look or when I let my guard down. It's terrifying and... Okay. So we are on day 12 since I found this fucking book. I decided it was best to probably start logging the days and keeping some of this information recorded just for my own sanity than anything. I've not been sleeping too great after this face thing, and I even found myself covering up a load of the mirrors in my house just because it was creeping me out and I was worried I'd see something in a reflection. I'm having to use the daytime hours to catch up on my sleep just because I'm finding it too eerie at night. I think people have started to notice that I've been a little distant as well. Work, friends, group chats, but I don't want to drag anyone into this or put them in danger. Things just keep getting weirder though. It was coming around to early evening time yesterday when I heard someone knocking on my door. Now I live in like this small little complex of flats, but to get into the building you need a key. So I don't even know how he got to my door in the first place, but I guess someone had to have buzzed him in, or if he had a key to the building. Anyway, I didn't know who this guy was, but this person banging the door seemed to know my name. I had a look at him through the peephole before I opened the door, obviously, and he was this tall guy, maybe in his late 40s, I think. I've never really been good at guessing ages. Yeah, he had this big coat on, and he seemed pretty well dressed under the coat, but now that I think about it, he never even took it off when he got in. He wouldn't tell me his name. He said it wasn't important. Through the door, he told me he wanted to talk to me about the face. Like, he knew about it. He was the first person who actually acknowledged it and didn't look at me like I was crazy and this all is really happening. He seemed more stoic at the door, but once I'd let him in, suddenly he seemed more anxious or nervous, I guess. It's like he'd planned this whole thing, but maybe didn't expect me to actually let him in or get this far. I don't know. I made us both some coffee and he sat there in silence for about 5-10 minutes. I think he was just taking everything in. But in that time, I really did think I'd made a mistake. Like, who is this random guy I've just let into my house? I mean, I live on my own, so he could be some crazy homeless guy or some psycho, I don't know. I was really going out on a limb trusting him, even if he didn't look like your stereotypical bum. He then started asking me a few questions about things that had been happening to me over the past few days, and he wanted to know about my interactions with the face. And when I told him I'd drawn a copy of it just for my journal, I actually had a bit of a reaction of some kind. He looked kind of scared. He started saying all these things. He said there's an entity that draws power from it, and I've indulged it more and more by creating another manifestation of the face. Now, I'm no fucking artist, but he seemed to say that even just by me making a copy, it had made something irrational and abstract in our reality. But he said maybe he could help me. and he definitely said we needed to destroy the drawing. I mean, I want rid of this thing as much as anyone, but he said we couldn't just rip it up or something. To disrupt the entity as best we could, he said we needed to conduct a ritual. He'd show me. He had these things, a weird wax candle, a Zippo lighter, an old Sharpie, and he drew these symbols on my coffee table. He told me to keep them there just in case I ever needed to remember them. We put the drawing of the face in the centre of the symbols, and for a split second I didn't think anything was going to happen, and then the paper moved, I think. The page just lit into flames, and within a couple of seconds it had burned in this bright flame, and then it was just done. Honestly, I was just relieved more than anything to be rid of it. Like, hopefully I shouldn't see it again at least. The stranger seemed to be in a hurry and said he had to leave now, though. He said he'd leave the candles and the Zippo, and he promised to come back if I needed help or anything. But on one condition. He made me promise that I couldn't tell anyone about his visit or that any of this had happened. I mean, I wasn't exactly planning to tell people that I'd gone mad and let some random stranger do a ritual to purge a face that was haunting me. I'd be fucking sectioned or something. The thing is, as weird as this has all been, it has been a bit of a relief to at least briefly, talk to someone who seems to understand and acknowledge that this is happening and this is going on. Maybe he's played the game before, or helped people in the past. Or maybe it's some elaborate prank and he's just here to convince me it's real. I don't think it's that. Part of me is a little glad that I can count on him, and part of me hopes I never see that guy again. I'm recording this just so I have this as a log to listen back on and help. I don't think we're going to put this out on the podcast. I couldn't. The game says I need to keep a log of all of this, so that's what I'm doing. I'm not giving a platform to some cursed chain letter book game, or a weird series of coincidences if not. I'm just saying that to make myself feel better now. I know this is really happening. It has to be.
Hey, so I'm recording this on my phone, so it's late. It's just after 1 in the morning. I'm not sure exactly, but there's some kind of weird sounds outside. I mean, I already wasn't sleeping very well, but there it is again. Do you hear that? I live in a flat block by a ring road, so I'm used to hearing noises at night. I know foxes sometimes make noises when they stray this far into the city. I'm not going out at all, but I can't see anything from my window. I live on the second floor, so usually I can see foxes in the bushes, but not this time. And it sounds a bit like they're getting louder. It's got me pacing all around my flat, checking each corner and each window. It sounds like it's always coming from the sound of the flat that I'm not on. But it sounds like it's getting close. It's really close. I'm actually having to record this in my bathroom currently. It's like the only room in my flat without an outward-facing window. But now it sounds even worse. I mean, I know the front door's locked, but it's starting to sound like it's coming from inside the flat. I've locked the fucking bathroom door. I'm gonna hold up in here until it stops. I'd call the police or something, but I don't want them to. I don't want to end this recording now. If something gets in, I need to make sure it gets heard. It's so loud now. This weird whining sound sounds like it's in my bedroom, and it's like it's in the bedroom and then in the kitchen and then like on the other side of the door. But I can't hear any movement to go along with it. Just the volume of whatever's going out there. Am I going fucking insane? I'm just gonna have to wait it out in here for the night.
So it's day, I think 15, 16 maybe. Hard to keep track. I should probably write on my calendar or something. I'm still in my flat, but I had to change rooms to record all this in, because this is just started a bit like, there's this weird smell that's just started hanging all around the flat. My fridge has also stopped working. Like, I've been finding that food's just been spoiling anywhere in my kitchen. I get one of those delivery services that bring in food, and, you know, we're talking like a big box of 5 meals worth of food spoiling overnight in the fridge. Like, and not just spoiling, like, the meat is, I put it in normal and it comes out rot, like the next day it's rotten. It fucking stinks, and I'm having to leave the house just to eat. Anything that stays in the threshold of my home just seems to be rotting. It's too fast to be normal. God, I hope I don't get any complaints or anything about the smell. I'm still hearing the sounds at night. The fucking weird animal sounds. I had to spend last night in my bath. Last night I thought, fuck it. I grabbed a knife from the kitchen and decided to go out. I can't let this fucking thing control me. I need to be the master of my own life or some bullshit. I went downstairs and I remember being so full of fervour. I was like, if it's a fox, I'll just fucking skin it myself. So I went outside, and the noise picked up and really started to get loud when I went outside. And then in a moment it just stopped. Like it was never even there to begin with. To make things weirder, when I went back upstairs, the rotten smells had gone. And all the food in my bin, all the food I'd thrown out in the fridge, hadn't spoiled. I mean, it was still out in the bin and I'm not going to eat it, but I know it was, I saw what colour it was. It was rotten. It was awful. I swear I'm not unravelling here. It's this fucking game messing with my senses. It has to be that. I think we're past the point of it all being a big coincidence. I mean, the other thing I've been thinking, the book that I found in the library, does that mean someone had left the book there and passed this on to me? Hey, it's me on my phone again, so I went to record and you'll never guess what. A fucking blackout. This is probably the easiest way to record it now then, but it doesn't look like it's just me. Like, it looks like the entire street and maybe even like the city are dark. No houses, no flats of lights on, no street lights, nothing. I was going to call someone, see if anyone wanted to come over, but I don't think anyone's going to be able to get over to help me now. I've had all the lights on all the time lately. It's kind of weird being in the dark this much. I had a torch. I know I have a torch in a drawer somewhere. One sec. I know I must have a torch somewhere around here. Ah, fuck, yes. Okay. Fuck, yes, light. Thank Christ. I've sitting pitch black on my own all night. Lately, I'm so on edge of everything, as is. Even the fucking power grid's against me now. I just got... What was that? Hey, hello? Is someone here? What the fuck? What is that? Get the fuck away from... It's in the dark. There's something in the dark. In the living room. Okay, fuck. I shone my light in, it seemed to hold it back. I need to get out of here. I could have sworn there was something in the dark trying to reach out, like a hand just trying to touch me. It was lurking in the pitch black of the living room. I can't doubt myself now. As long as I have this light, I'm safe. I'm safe with the light. I'm safe. Okay. I'm safe with the light. Okay, day 17. Day 17. So as the morning rolled around, I'd just gone out the shower. I saw it again. That word. P-L-A-Y. Play. It was written in the bathroom mirror as it had fogged up from me showering. Almost as if someone had written it with their, fingers while I had my back turned or something, or I don't know. I am playing this game. I don't know what it wants me to do. I've been missing days from work. I've ghosted friends. I've had to keep inventing lies as to why I can't hang out with my partner. You can only really be sick for so long. I just want this to be fucking over soon. I went to the park for the day and I just sat there I'd say for a bit, but I think it was a few hours. It wasn't too busy, but it felt like being around people just meant that nothing major could happen. And I guess that was reassuring in some way. The park I was walking around has this like big duck pond. And it was even putting me off. I didn't even come close to it because I was too worried to look at. I just didn't want to look at my own reflection in the water. Like, what if something else is looking back at me? What if I look different? What if there was something there? You know, it's just, I don't know. I kept my distance from it. I got back and then the word was still written on my mirror, but it wasn't written on the mist of the mirror, but there was this weird black tarry substance just spelling out the word again. I tried to clean up as best I could, but I've done what I can. I've decided to record another one of these. I mean, I just hope I'm making headway for things. I've also been trying to do some research online. See if I could dig up anything about people that have gone through this before, or maybe anything that could help. I tried before, but, creepy supernatural notebook. There wasn't really a lot on there that sounded like my circumstance. I found this weird forum online called The Supernatural Encounters. I mean, listen, I know it sounds fucking stupid, but I was desperate. For the most part, it seemed like a site for crackpots and conspiracy theorists. Although I don't even know anymore. Eventually, though, I found this old thread that mentioned a black journal and a weird haunted game. I made a couple of posts, and after an hour or so, I got a DM from this user called JHunter92. They didn't give me much because they seemed interested in my posts, but they didn't want to tell me anything because they said they weren't sure if they could trust me. They asked me about what was happening in my life, and I tried to share what I could. And then they started pressing me for proof. Like, to prove that this was happening? I tried my best. I tried to share with them what had happened to me. But they wanted something concrete I couldn't have. I showed them the recordings. I showed them pictures. I showed them my drawings. And it didn't work. I tried my best, but eventually they just kept saying they couldn't be sure if I was telling the truth. And then he just ghosted me. Come on, man. I know you don't want to waste your time or something, but I don't know. What can I do? What could I fucking do? Maybe he didn't want to risk getting this entity to set sights on him. I'm really not sure. It's probably the closest I felt to someone getting what's happening since the stranger visited. Fuck, that sounds depressing. It really does. Okay, so this is starting to pick up, like things are starting to happen, not just to me, but to people in my life. Like Cassie's missing, I think. The other day, or earlier today, I'd woken up and I had missed calls from her, like 5. She's not the kind of person that calls. She never has been. It was alarming. I tried to call her back and nothing. It wouldn't connect. It wouldn't go through. She didn't pick up. I don't know. I've not been good at taking calls for the past few days, and I've not been great at being on my phone. So I was concerned. I was worried. She wouldn't reply to my messages. She wouldn't reply to things. She wasn't online. She's one of those people that can just go offline for days and days, and she always gets back to me, though. She always picks up and responds to my messages, so it was concerning. I was thinking that maybe I should go over and visit her, get in the car, drive over, make sure everything's okay. And then just now, literally like 20 minutes ago, I got a knock at the door. And these two police officers had come in. Apparently her family had been really worried about her, and no one's heard from her. They haven't heard from her. They asked if maybe I had. I mean, what could I say? I couldn't just say, oh, maybe it's got something to do with the fucking creepy game I've been playing. I don't know that. But what else could it be? Maybe if I can win this game, everything will go back to normal. Maybe she's, I don't know, maybe something's happened. I don't know. Is it the game? Is this the game, or is it? I don't know. I can't know. Fuck. Is this my fault? No, it can't be. I don't know. I just don't know what to do anymore. I've not been sleeping well. I feel shit. I feel drained. This is just more guilt. Great, because now people in my life are in danger. Unless I can win this game. I mean, maybe she can hear me. Maybe this is getting to her. Maybe, is that crazy to think? Maybe these logs can reach her. If you can hear me, I'm sorry for what's happened to you. Is this weird? I don't know. I have no idea.
Fuck. I'm okay. I'm in my bathroom again. I've locked the door. Things have been ramping up in here, and those sounds, you can hear it. God, I hope this is coming through. I keep hearing these sounds. Like someone is pacing around the flat, like footsteps of someone with boots walking around. If I ever follow the footsteps and stay in the room that I hear them coming from, I start to feel so I start to feel so nauseous. I'm so sick if I stay in the room for too long as this invisible visitor. It's like a sudden wave of nausea that just comes on and then goes just as quickly as soon as I leave the room the sounds are in. I'm fucking going mad. The footsteps seem to have stopped now as I'm recording this, so I hope you heard them earlier. I need to lie down since I feel so exhausted from all of this, but I just pray I can get some rest before more of this fuckery. Is this what you want, whatever's making me play this game? I hope it's so fucking entertaining to hear my life going downhill in every conceivable sense. I'm so tired.
Hey everyone, this is Mark. I just finished recording the intro, and I always record my outros at the same time, so I thought I'd just quickly put together an outro, assuming this series ever gets made. Thank you so much for listening. Sound effects, I guess, would probably be from Pixabay. I've got to assume ahead of time, so I don't really know. What else? Plugs. Please do follow us on our socials. I'll put links to those below in the show notes. Again, assuming this series ever sees the light of day. And assuming this is more than one part, I'm not sure how long this project will be. But yeah, if there are future parts, if this is the end of a part, please join us for the next one to see whatever happens next. Now, if you don't mind, I need to go and finish reading this book or find out what it's about. So, see you guys on the other side. Man, I need to script these when I write them. Oh, note to self, Mark, record a better version of this. Okay, see ya.